Okay, I wasn't going to say anything about this, and then I was, and then I wasn't, and then I thought, well, what right do I have? What does it matter what I think? And then I thought, there are a few points I'd like to raise. As many of you will be aware, these last 2 weeks have seen the hospitalisation of Rich Piana, and then subsequent death announced, I believe, this morning, Friday, and the death of Dallas McCarver, Big Country. And first of all, my deepest condolences to their families, to their loved ones, to their brothers, sisters, parents, partners. I don't think either of them had children, but nonetheless, they both went too early. One at 26, that's Dallas, and Rich at 46. Now, as usual, the internet is awash with theories. And I mean, what we know, I think what is undisputed is that Rich fell, struck his head, I believe was induced into a coma and hospitalised. 5% Nutrition made announcements last week that he was on the mend and everything was recovery. I think in retrospect that's probably a pile of crap, and that was more of a business move to protect the brand. Whether you like it or not, those are the facts of life. Rich is the face of 5%, and negativity around Rich affects the company and people's livelihoods. So, then rumours arose that, they found 20 bottles of steroids in his premises. I've probably still got that in my house from when I used to use. I've got bits of shit stuck all over the place. And they found a white powder on a table. I don't know how true that is. Rich had his demons, there's no denying that. You didn't need to look very deep to see that. And he was a very colourful individual in a lot of ways. And bodybuilding will be a duller place for the lack of him. I've heard quite a few stories about various ongoings regarding his business assets and various other things. But I don't know if they're true, so I'm not going to be repeating them just in case they're not. And then Dallas, I'm not sure if Dallas was found dead or he was found choking and subsequently died. Many have reported that he had not appeared well for some time beforehand. Obviously, he did collapse backstage or at a show recently. And then the 911 report that was supposedly released stating that he'd consumed insulin prior to the event. Now, I've never known insulin cause someone to choke, and from my experience, those that take insulin know damn well when a hypo is coming on. So, I don't think insulin was the cause. However, the choking could have been a symptom of something else. I don't know that. Don't know that for a fact. Just surmising here. But either way, a 26-year-old man who was a rising star in the sport of bodybuilding, of that there was no doubt. He was a monster of an individual. Achieved far more than I ever will as a bodybuilder, as I would ever dreamed of doing as a bodybuilder. In the same way, Rich has achieved far more than I'll ever do as a businessman. And neither of them deserve to go, and it's a shame that they have. However, as usual, when anyone that's known to take steroids die, the internet lights up. In particular case of Rich, because he was such a character, and he had a very much a love him or hate him sort of following. Some of the comments have been downright disgusting. Now, it may be his lifestyle, his drug usage that has caused his death, but we don't know. There are rumours that he had a opiate addiction, painkiller addiction. I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. He obviously had some issues that became apparent if you watch his videos. Insecurity and some other aspects going on in his life. But beyond that, I don't think we'll ever find out. I can't see 5% as a company allowing negative information regarding Rich's demise to hit the public arena. But like I said, you know, we have the usual, see, steroids killed him, steroids did this, steroids did that. We don't know that they did. But then at the same time, we have the whole world of steroid users going, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. McCarver choked. No, he banged his head. And they're equally as bad. The thing is, we don't know at this time. And it's, unfortunately, these figures are in the public eye, so their demise, in same as any celebrity suffers ill health or dies suddenly, is always going to become a topic of conversation. However, there's no need for abuse, and there's no need to comments like, got what they deserved, or those sort of things. That's just disgusting. At the end of the day, like I said, it's somebody's son. But at the same time, it's laughable the way the steroid community defends usage. They're not defending Rich, they're not defending Dallas, they're defending themselves. You know, I think it would be reasonable to suggest that their lifestyles played a significant role in the end of their lives. What aspect of their lifestyles? God knows. We may find out, we may not. But all this crap online, for fuck's sake, guys. And you know what the most annoying thing about it all is? It's the Mayweather fight on Sunday. And come Sunday night, Monday morning, none of you will give a fucking shit, because all you'll be talking about is Mayweather and fucking McGregor. And that's what, you know, there's all these arguments going on. No, idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. Steroids don't kill. Fucking big juiced up roider deserve to die. And yet, in 2 days' time, none of you will give a fucking shit. Rich was comatised last week. And apart from the initial post about it, I've not seen a thing for a week of anyone wanting to know how he was doing. Nothing. Yesterday's news. And yet everybody's getting bent out of shape and bending their pisses online because someone's said it's all because of steroids, or someone's defended that it isn't all because of steroids. Come on. I'll tell you one thing, right? If I die, well, I will eventually, we all know that. If I die suddenly, I would like it officially noted now that it is my wish that the causes of my death are truthfully and honestly and made public and recorded as such. Then we won't have all this bollocks. Because if steroids killed me, you'll all know. And if they didn't, you'll all know. However, I don't think my demise would have such an impact on the world of bodybuilding as the demise of Dallas or Rich has. Let's be straight here. I'm nowhere near the caliber of those two guys. But still, you can all have the truth. Whatever caused my fat ass to go pop, you'll know about it. Anyway, I just wish you'd all settle down and wait till we know the truth. Those that are saying steroids killed him, stop being pricks. Hey, give it a fucking break. Stop driving your natty anti-drug agenda down people's throats. However, all you users, stop defending it because you're scared it reflects on you. You know? All things being equal, there's a strong chance their lifestyles played a role. It's as simple as that. In the same way, you know, if a racing car driver died behind the car wheel of a car when he wasn't racing, chances are he was probably driving a bit fast. You know, it's the nature of us as what we do, that we bend the rules, we stretch the limits. That's why we pursue these sports in the first place. You know, you roll the dice, you take your chances. But it is a shame. Anyway, my condolences to their families. Ooh, he's all gone down. Let's hope it's the last of any for a while. That was it, yes. Name escapes me. Oh, God. Greg Valentino apparently has put a video up suggesting that the FBB have some form of health plan for athletes, which isn't a bad idea, actually. Now, I have no idea what IFBB contracts are like now, but I know historically they used to be very binding and very demanding, and I know a few pro bodybuilders that suffered ill health because of the contracts, because they quite literally could not afford to break the contract and not appear at a show, so they risked their health when they knew they weren't well enough to do it and suffered because of it. Now, I know Vic Richards has been campaigning for quite some time, and he petitioned WIDA about diverting a small percentage of the profits that the organisation made, because it makes some bloody big profits, into some sort of healthcare fund, slush fund, whatever, to support athletes that suffered due to their obligations to their contracts and excessive drug use in order to fulfill them. And, you know, there's potentially something in that. But at the same time, you could argue no one forces them to take these drugs in the first place. But I know a couple of pros, like I said, who were really forced. They had shows coming up, they were ill, they were suffering health complications, but the penalties for not turning up at those shows were so great they could not afford not to do it. And as a result, subsequently, they suffered quite severe health problems. Like I say, I don't know if the contracts are still as bad as they used to be. I would imagine they've softened a little bit, but it's also not a bad idea. At the end of the day, IFBB make a shitload of money out of bodybuilding. So why is it such a bad thing that they give a little back? Anyway, on that note, I'm going to fuck off. So take care, guys. Look after each other. And just, you know, show a little respect here, guys. The arguments aren't necessary. Idiots are going to be idiots wherever. And at the end of the day, there's people out there without a son, brother, uncle, partner that did have